All right, sorry for the second video, but it will be very quick. I think I only have a couple of slides left. All right, so we just talked about passive voice. These are two examples of using passive voice and when it might be appropriate. But here's what I want you to do. I'm going to do the first one with you. I want you to try to look at some sentences and identify whether or not they are passive or active. Okay, I will do number one. So when I finish with showing you the first sentence, you will pause your video, write down sentences 2, 3, and 4, and try to go through the same process that I'm going to go through and identify whether or not it's active or passive. Okay, so our first sentence is around the turn of the 20th century, industrial workers in American cities were grossly underpaid. So I'm going to cross off, although I don't think I actually do, the prepositional phrase here because this is not part of the main um, purpose or the main sentence. The sentence is the main point of the sentence. Industrial workers in American cities were grossly underpaid. Here's my verb. Remember, I'm going to try to focus on the verb first to identify what is the verb and what is the subject. Were underpaid is my verb. Who were underpaid? The workers were underpaid. So now I've identified my verb and subject. So in order to decide if it's active or passive, I have to look at this action and decide, is the subject actively doing the action or are they receiving the action? So workers do not underpay or overpay themselves, they receive the action. So let me go to the next slide. Here is my verb, were underpaid. Here's my subject. Are the workers underpaying? No, they don't pay themselves. They are not performing the action. So this first sentence is an example of passive voice. So pause your video again and write down on your sheet of paper or type on your document sentence 2, 3, and 4. Kind of go through the same um, procedure that I did. Look for your verb, identify your subject, and decide if it's active or passive. Okay, so pause your video and do this last assignment or activity. I think it's the last one. It is the last one. And this is just kind of where we're going from here. Now, things may change, and we hope to um, create some Zoom or virtual classrooms so that we can meet. We really lose the sense of community when we go virtually. Yes, you can hear my little dog now in the background. And that is something that is so important about school, that we work together, that we develop that sense of community. Well, that is lost when we're virtual. So sometimes meeting, even if it's just to say hello, just to pop in, to ask some questions. If we meet virtually in Zoom, we'll certainly let you know when. We're working on that right now, and I know today is the 15th, the first day of our English class. Um, but we're hoping that by next Monday and maybe this Friday, we will have a virtual room where we can pop in and say hello. But Monday, what we're going to do, this is where we're going to talk about the difference between persuasive, argumentative, and opinion writing. They're all very similar. We've been working on persuasive writing. And then I'm going to send you either an article or several articles so you can have a choice to annotate and analyze how the author is trying to prove his or her assertion or convince you to follow his or her opinion. Okay, so our focus for a lot of what we will be doing, yes, it's going to be review, and yes, we're not really introducing new um, assignments or new topics, but we do want to make sure that you are prepared for English 12. And if the state decides to go ahead and give you the reading SOL, which I have no idea if they will do, or what they're even thinking about for next year. We do want you to be prepared. So a lot of what we will be working on between now and June will be based around reading, reading mostly nonfiction, but also reading and reviewing some of the uh, subjects and topics that we've done all year. All right. I can't wait to see you guys. If it's virtually, that's great. I will be available via email pretty much all day, but that specifically between 1 and 2 today. Those are the office hours. But thanks a lot. Once you finish with the activities, either snap a picture of what you hand wrote or share or email your Word document, but send it to me. Try to finish it by before Monday. Obviously, it is now 9 o'clock, so the actual class time for today is over, but I'm going to send this out shortly. All right, thanks, guys. I do miss you. I'll see you soon.